Marcus, this was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the Chicago Bears. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Nothing goes to waste when they kill something as valuable as a pig. My hosts are keen for me to sample more than just the prime cuts.
Yo.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. It's Clinton Dix with a pick, and he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down LA. Line of scrimmage to 37 on 1st and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing on second and long. Goff. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Check 52, shoot, and alert. Lucky. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Hatchet. Check four. Under 10, 10. 50.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Tackle there by Clay Matthews. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, Montgomery. Room here to run. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run as the Bears push further out in front. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with him prior to the game, they always say, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Back to throw. Gone. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Oh, that's the one? I think so. Because like I said from the beginning, that's when we hear real podcasters. You know what I mean? If you run into somebody on the street and you're like...
And with the play clock running out, Sean McVay will take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Podcast. Yeah, 104, you know what I mean? So, I mean, but 50 is not to be, I guess, shat on, you know? I feel like not a lot of podcasts make it 50.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, gone. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next year?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play call to help him out a little bit.
I was there for that.
On second down.
Ooh, somebody's run committed.
He is going to be stopped cold.
Somebody's run committing.
The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
46. But nah, you're a natural. Thanks, man. You do all right for yourself. Thanks. Yeah, man. How you feeling? Tell them what dropped today, man. Dropped animation today. Losing my toe. And with that, my goal of publishing 4 animations in a month. Did it happen? Has been accomplished. With a couple days of spirit.
On 3rd down, Trubisky.
Whoa.
This one is down he goes. Simpson Abuka able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
I didn't realize you were starting to... That's yours. Oh, that's what... Yeah, that's yours. That's what I walked into your life. Oh, wow.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
I don't think that's why. I think my knuckles are...
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find a guy who can move the ball fast.
Why are you trying to play me, bro? Like, like he ain't got the hands. Quit playing this man like he ain't got the hands.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick up the
Who was about to say they was gonna cheat me? I had a pick.
A curious decision to go for it doesn't pan out, and the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
With the motherfucking steroids.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I couldn't figure out why. I was looking at it like they were idiots.
Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery.
Let's go, David.
Get it to the 23-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Turmeric, yeah. He said turmeric. Yeah. I was like, what the fuck is that? Maybe that's it. This last fucking $7 overpriced, nigga. Turmeric.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Trubisky. And he's
Get off him. He too grown.
Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson there to make the grab as the Bears push further out in front. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, sings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for.
Jumping. Them boys up to something.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything even.
My man's.
And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
My man's.
A huge play there on the screen pass. 54 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Goff now looking to throw.
He said he gave him a laxative to drink.
Dropped it in the end zone. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why they look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They go play action with Gurley. Now gone. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And a big turnover.
Come on, fam. Don't quit the game.
What did you just eat? Hawaiian barbecue? Yeah, I ate Hawaiian barbecue. Though, we'll see. They don't really give me the shits.